Hi everyone, Christina here. Welcome to another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be creating a very colorful envelope for my mail art rainbow over at Instagram. I'm going to be using 6 different colors of ink from Concord and Ninth, this white envelope from Paper Source, and then this stencil set from Lawn Fawn. This is a brand new set. I have a little rough sketch of what I'm going to do for my envelope. The Slimline Simple Hillside stencils are so fun. They're deceptively simple, but you can do a ton with them. They have one that's got a kind of more of a very gentle slope, and they have one that's a little bit more curved. I'm going to be using the more gentle slope today. And the thing that I love about these, because they are meant for a slimline card, that means that they are long enough for an A7 envelope. So they fit perfectly on the envelope. Started out with that, I think it was honeysuckle. I think that was the color. I started with that pink shade. And in between each color, I am wiping it down with a baby wipe. Now, at some point, there will just be too many colors on this, and the stencil will start to stain. It does not affect the look on your project. It's completely stained. That means it's not going to be smearing off of the stencil. So just so you're aware, it does start to take on some of the ink color, but it does also wash off quite a bit. So I went to the next color, Buttercup, and then I'm going on to Sprout. It's a nice bright green. And I wanted these colors to specifically overlap because I want to have, these 6 colors, but have there be more than 6 hues on my envelope because they are overlapping. For example, once I start to go in with the Oceanside color and it overlaps with Sprout, you get this kind of really bright grassy green. Now I'm coming in with Peacock, and that's just a little bit more of an intense blue. I'm going to finish off the single use of these colors with Eggplant, which is a bright purple. It looks a little bit dark depending on the application, but here it looks pretty bright. Now I was missing a lot of that honeysuckle, and so I decided to do one more blending with honeysuckle right at the top. And I'm going to leave the very top edge of the envelope completely bare of any ink. And when I put my postage stamps along the top, that'll kind of mix in with this design. So here's my basic design with all of those curved edges. I love how they look. I loved blending off the bottom of the curve. So today I'm going to be sending this envelope to Sharon. She submitted her mailing address using the link down below in the video description. So if you would like to submit your address for consideration for use on a future mailer envelope, feel free to do that. Just know that your address will be shown online on the internet. And by submitting your address, you are giving me permission to use it and show it online. Sharon did give me permission by submitting her address. So thank you so much, Sharon. I'm using a Permapaque marker from Sakura, and this is almost like an acrylic marker. It's like a paint marker, and it goes on top of this ink blended background extremely well. After I penciled on the words, I started kind of coloring on some blocky letters and really beefed them up quite a bit so that they looked a little bit more intentional to, not so many different thicks and thins. And then I moved on to her address. And I just kept this very, very simple. I've only had a couple of envelopes ever returned to me after I mail them. And in those cases, they were ones that I was thinking, oh, I hope this address is legible. And I guess I should have listened to my instincts because they weren't, but it was only just a couple. And I have sent hundreds of mailer envelopes over the years. I think my success with this is because I really emphasize the address. I want it to be very legible, very easy to read. So I kept it very simple for this one as well. Just really simple letters and then the zip code, the postal code. So I'm going to go ahead and use a black pen a white pen to emphasize her name. I'm just using this white Jelly Roll pen. This is a number 10 bold pen, and I went right down the center of all of these blocky letters just to make it look a little bit more detailed. I think it's a fun detail to add for big blocky letters like this. And after I had all of her name completely filled in, then I took a black pen and did my mailing address on the back. Now you'll notice that this is a different mailing address. I have moved houses since I've shared a mailer envelope with you guys in a video. So this is my new UPS store mailbox. I can receive mail there, but I am not opening up Mail Call quite yet. For those of you who aren't familiar, Mail Call is when I give you guys a prompt for a type of card, and then you mail in your best work, whatever you've created based on that prompt, and then I get to share all the cards in a video so you all see what fellow card makers are making. I'm hoping to bring that back very soon, but I'm in the middle of trying to build out a new craft room at the new house, which probably won't be done until June, considering kind of COVID restrictions and pandemic shortages and things like that. So it's going to be a few more months before we actually pick up Mail Call again. I've sprayed some water onto a paper towel so I can take these vintage postage stamps and moisten them on the back. That's one of the ways I like to adhere them. I also like to use a water brush and just apply water to the back of the postage stamps. So that is the envelope for today. I think you could adapt this really fun rainbow background for greeting cards or other projects as well. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you guys in another video very, very soon.